Nathaniel Brown to Arsenal transfer explained, despite questions over left-back competition. Nathaniel Brown is in the frame for a transfer to Arsenal this summer, but the left-back's position has raised questions, but digging deeper reveals the plan. Arsenal are interested in Frankfurt's Nathaniel Brown, Football.London understands. The German international fullback has been excellent for the Bundesliga side, but there is a belief that a summer move to a bigger club is inevitable, and the Gunners are keeping close tabs on the situation. That being said, at a glance, the link appears somewhat odd. Yes, Brown has played as a right-back, a position understood to be of interest to Arsenal, with both Jurrien Timber and Ben White suffering significant and persistent injury issues. However, the left-footed Brown has featured there just twice. Arteta typically does not like natural left-footers or right-footers to play in the opposite fullback role, and instead operates on a needs-must basis when he decides to. With Riccardo Calafiori and Miles Lewis-Skelly, plus the permanent arrival of Piero Hincapié this summer, the Gunners are well stocked in the position. So why then the interest in a left-back, beyond simply leaning into the online memes of Arteta's obsession with signing them? Dig a little deeper, and it becomes a bit clearer. Lewis-Skelly looks set for a future in midfield after his excellent end to the campaign in the position. Both Calafiori and Hincapié also share several things in common relevant to this discussion. Yes, both have suffered with injury issues too, meaning that having extra depth won't hurt, but spending the required fee on a player like Brown, who has ambitions of regular starts for a third option, is not necessarily the smart play. The key here is that the common relation between Calafiori and Hincapié is that they can both play left-sided centre-half, a much less physically demanding role, and one where Arsenal do not have a clear candidate to replace Gabriel Magalhaes when not fit. Unlike William Saliba, who has Christian Mosquera for company, Gabriel has no obvious backup who isn't attached to an already established role. Arteta has moved Saliba to the left and partnered him with Mosquera in the absence of the Brazilian. Signing Brown would allow Gabriel more rest and bring one of Hincapié or Calafiori into the middle. Furthermore, with interest in replacing Gabriel Martinelli with Morgan Rogers, a player who could operate from the left but more internally than in a winger capacity, Brown's style as a fullback would marry much better with a profile like Rogers or Leandro Trossard. Arsenal's back four of Timber, Saliba and Gabriel would effectively become a back three with Brown joining the attack down the left, where he got 3 goals and 3 assists in his 20 appearances at left back this season. For comparison, in 77 combined games, Calafiori and Hincapié got 2 goals between them and 5 assists. When you look at the bigger picture, therefore, it starts to make a lot of sense. Arsenal gain upper hand in transfer battle with Bayern Munich. Bundesliga star proves too expensive for German giants. Arsenal have reportedly moved into pole position to sign Eintracht Frankfurt standout Nathaniel Brown, moving ahead of Bayern Munich in the race for the defender. The Gunners appear better equipped to meet the Bundesliga side's steep financial demands as they look to bolster their defensive options. Eintracht Frankfurt set massive demands for Brown. The race for Brown is heating up as the summer transfer window approaches, but Bayern Munich may be forced to take a backseat. While the German giants have long held an interest in the Eintracht Frankfurt left back, the financial reality of the deal is proving to be a major stumbling block for director Max Ebel and the hierarchy at the Allianz Arena. Frankfurt are holding out for a significant fee for their rising star, with reports suggesting that Frankfurt are demanding a transfer fee of around €65 million. According to Bild, this figure is currently deemed too high for the German giants, who must carefully manage their budget after several high-profile windows. The Hessians are well aware of the 22-year-old's potential and are unwilling to let him go for anything less than a premium price. Arsenal join the hunt for the German international. As Bayern hesitate, Arsenal have emerged as a serious contender for Brown's signature. The London club is looking to add depth and quality to their left flank, and the German international fits the profile of the modern, attacking fullback that Mikel Arteta covets. Unlike their counterparts in Munich, the Premier League title challengers are believed to have the financial muscle required to meet Frankfurt's valuation. According to reports from The Athletic, Brown is part of an elite group of candidates the Gunners are monitoring. His ability to contribute to the attack while maintaining the intensity required in the Premier League makes him an ideal target. This tracking follows an impressive 2005-2026 campaign, where he made 42 appearances across all competitions for Frankfurt, scoring 4 goals and providing 6 assists. However, despite his individual form, Frankfurt finished 8th in the Bundesliga, meaning they missed out on European qualification for next season. With Arsenal consistently competing at the top of the English game, the prospect of a move to North London is increasingly attractive to the player. Bayern's transfer puzzle involves outgoings. The situation in Munich is further complicated by the current squad depth in defensive positions. For Bayern to move forward with a substantial bid for a new left-back, they would likely need to trim their existing roster. On the other end of the deal, Eintracht Frankfurt are well positioned for a massive financial windfall, having signed Brown from Nuremberg in January 2024 for a reported transfer fee of around €3 million, meaning a sale now would yield a significant transfer profit. The club's interest remains firm, but the feasibility of the transfer depends on moving players out before they can bring new talent in. Specifically, the future of other defensive options remains at the forefront of the conversation. It has been noted that Ebel would have to sell Hiroki Ito or Alphonso Davies before a concrete move for Brown could be sanctioned. Without these departures, the €60 to 65 meters required for the Frankfurt man remains out of reach for the Bundesliga champions. Nagelsmann hails Brown's rising stock. Brown's reputation has skyrocketed following his integration into the German national team setup under Julian Nagelsmann. The young defender is currently preparing for the 2026 World Cup and has impressed the coaching staff with his versatility and tactical intelligence. His performance in a recent friendly against Finland has even put him in contention for a starting spot on the left side of the defense. Nagelsmann has been open about his admiration for the player's attributes, stating, "He has a lot of potential, is a very good one-on-one player, has a lot of pace, does it very cleverly and feels comfortable in the half space." The coach added that the competition between Brown and David Raum is healthy for the DFB team, noting, "These are two very good players who embody a different style, and both could start."